Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. I don't know how many times I've said that over 20 years. Let's see, we're now up to 1,048 shows now.
That's a lot.
In 20 years, and I think I said welcome back. I haven't said see you later, alligator, or anything like that, but... For Saturday, Ron Wong, Bill Cooksey on the line. Bill, Ron's in the studio wearing the same shirt I got on.
Good morning, everybody.
I wish we had something so people could see. We are going to post a picture of me and Ron, and you'll be able to tell, what we got on, because we are hook folks, so to speak. And Bruce Aiken, who we just talked to, outgoing CEO for BASS.
What a great interview.
Yes, and he's a hook man, too. So, hey, I made it. A lot of you folks were concerned last weekend when we were talking to Jack Wells and Keith Sutton, and all those guys are going to be in Springfield, Missouri, for the Legends of the Outdoors National Hall of Fame. And I was saying, well, I'm going to try to get up there. Well, me and my wife Miriam were able to get up there, had a great time, a great event, and there was an announcement made at the event. And I want these two people coming on right now. One of them you're very familiar with. The other one you're going to become familiar with, and that is because we're going to talk about the future. It's coming, y'all. Legends of the Outdoors TV show.
Oh,
and,
wow.
And Gary Mason's got to be one of the co-hosts. I want to know who the other one might be. Gary, how you doing, Gary?
Hey, man, Larry, Ron, Bill, good to talk to y'all this morning.
And you've got that other your co-host with you, right?
I do. She's sitting right here with me this Saturday morning, and her name is Abby Jo. And Abby Jo comes from a long line of hunters and outdoor sportsmen. Most people will recognize her grandfather's name because her grandfather is none other than David Hale of Night and Hale Game Calls.
I think I recognize that name. And good morning, Abby Jo.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Here's the cool thing about Abby Jo. Okay, she goes and checks on me. After I talk to her, she has to go to her granddaddy to make sure that I'm on the up and up.
Hey, smart lady.
And she comes back and she reads it. She reads the text from David to me, and I think in my paraphrasing, I think he said, "Larry Ray's the real deal."
Yep, that says a lot. He usually texts 2 words, but he texted me back and said, "You tell Larry Ray that he's the real deal."
Okay, Bill. Y'all hear that? I just want to get that on record that that happens. But hey,
I'm going to check her bank account and see if you paid her.
Hey, I tell you what, I've been really privileged in all these years since 1988 of writing about, and that is 1988, not 1888, writing about outdoors, and I can go back and tell you that. I've been able to talk to some folks in West Point, Mississippi, some folks at Avery, as Bill Cooksey will tell you that, some folks in all the industry, but Night and Hale was one of the first ones to spend some time. And, Gary, I know the choice, let's talk about this TV show. When's it going to happen? Give me some details.
Well, we're actually going to air on the Pursuit channel starting in January, the first quarter. We'll air 13 episodes, and then those 13 episodes will rerun in the third quarter. Then we'll also air new episodes in the second quarter that will rerun in the fourth quarter. And we've got a lot of great people already lined up. Our Hall of Fame members, of course, will be the stars of the show.
Yes.
We're going to be hunting and fishing and telling their career stories, but the show is going to be about the Hall of Fame members and the game that we catch and shoot will be secondary to getting the story told about each and every one of these great men and women's life and careers in the outdoors.
How many are in the Hall of Fame right now, Gary? A rough number? What is the number? You know?
I believe it's 127, if I'm correct.
So
I'd have to count.
That's okay.
I used to could name one of them, but I'm getting a little older.
No. I mean, you have a lot.
Well, that's why you have Abby Jo there.
Well,
exactly right. That's exactly right. I'm 2 years younger than Bill Cooksey. So.
Okay. Oh my goodness, Cooks, did you hear that? I mean,
I heard that.
but
We're in our prime then.
Yeah, you're in your prime. Yes. Okay. We'll go along with that. But I'm just telling you have a lot of stories to tell. That's the amazing thing about this, that you have an inventory of stories that can be told. And Abby Jo, tell us about your connection here, how this developed, and what do you hope to accomplish through this TV show?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy how it happened. I tell everybody it's a God thing. I was hunting with my grandfather this past spring, and we were on day 20, consecutive days out of 21 days. And
Golly.
No, wait a minute. Did y'all hear that? She hunted with David Hale 21 days last year. So I'm going to let her continue on, but
Amazing.
I like to hunt with
Amazing. Well, she does have some connections, but go ahead, Abby Jo. Yeah.
yes. I thought to myself while we were hunting, I was like, why is there not a TV show that's honoring all these wonderful people, men and women in the outdoor industry that have done so much for the world that we live in today?
Yes.
And so I prayed about it, and then I reached out to Garry. I knew of Garry because of the Hall of Fame, but I didn't know him personally. And literally went to bed that night, and the next morning I woke up to an email from him wanting to get lunch with him and his granddaughter and meet and talk about potentially creating this show. He'd already had the same idea last year, but it had got put on hold because of COVID.
Yeah.
And so that was all God working the plan for us to do all this together. And a lot has transpired in the last 3 months. And the tagline of the show, following the footsteps and leaving a legacy, is really something that I want to portray to the viewers. And I think instilling in the next generation to love the outdoors, whether that's hunting, fishing, or just being outside, is super important. And I'd love to be able to continue the legacy of people like my grandfather and Harold.
Well,
Wow.
we got to let people know that Abby Jo is she is a Murray State person. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Director of Communications at the Legends of the Outdoors. So,
but listen to this now. Who also went to Murray State, Abby Jo, that we might know? John Morant. Okay. And did you actually have a class with John?
I did.
See there? There you go.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, she had a class with him. We won't go any further than that, but I mean, she did have a class with John Morant. There's a Murray State connection there. But how about it, Garry? I mean, having Abby Jo, y'all can kind of bounce off each other a little bit. So talk about the show. You will start film when? When do you guys hope to start getting these 13 episodes going?
We'll actually start filming in September.
Okay.
We're going to film first 13 episodes is going to be on crappie fishing. That's what the Pursuit Channel.
Right. Yeah, okay.
We've got many legends out there like Jack Wells and Ronnie Capps, Steve Coleman, and many more. Steve McAdams, that are all in the Hall of Fame, that are all crappie fishermen. And so we're going to film 13 episodes of crappie fishing. Then we're going to go right into duck season, and Bill Cooksey will be tickled about this. We're going to film probably 8 episodes of waterfowl hunting, and we're already lining them up. And then we'll also do some deer stuff, and then we'll go into turkey season and bass fishing season next spring.
Wow. That's so good that you guys are doing it like that, what is in season, how to do it, and using a lot of the members of the Hall of Fame that have so much information and tips. That's exciting, Garry, for everything that you guys are doing there.
Yeah, and how long will these episodes be? I mean, what's the plan?
They'll be 22 and a half minutes long.
Okay.
And some of them may be 2-parters because it's going to be awfully hard to tell the story of a lot of these guys and ladies that are in the Hall of Fame with just 22 minutes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we don't care because you have a cream of the crop to pick from. I don't know any other TV show that can say, I think I'll just talk to that Hall of Famer.
Yeah. Right. Really?
Or this other one.
Really?
Who's that guy over there? I never heard of him.
Your fallback options are real good, Garry.
That's
well, the Lord has blessed us tremendously here at the Hall of Fame, and Cindy and I are just tickled to death. This was our 19th induction ceremony and our 20th year of doing this, and it's not all about us. It's all about the wonderful men and women that have shared their lives and their careers with all the rest of us, and they've walked the walk and opened doors for the rest of us to follow in their footsteps.
Well, I think it was proved, Gary, that we were all blown away by the facility that Johnny Morris and Jenny provided for you guys. It was an amazing event and went off without a hitch. Even the two guys that couldn't be there was Jack Wells and Chris Dorsey, who both have Mid-South ties. But my hat's off to you guys.
Now, in the future, you will be going back to Springfield, Gary?
Yes, we've already made plans to go back there next year.
Awesome.
Yep.
Announced it yet, but it should be around the same time of the year.
Well, it's a great facility, folks, and it's a beautiful drive from Memphis over. I can tell you that. I didn't see any trucks. I think Gary cleared off the trucks and made them all go to Arkansas. I don't know.
It's a beautiful drive.
When I got to, but we have a couple of minutes here. So, Abby Jo, what did your granddad give you any advice about doing this? I mean, he's a man of advice. I can tell you that. So, what did he say about you doing this?
He's really excited about doing this and me continuing the legacy. This is something that I've wanted to do for a while. He just always says have fun with it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. The last 3 months of my life have really been a blessing, and I can't thank Garry and his family and the Hall of Fame enough for all it's given me already just in 3 short months.
Well, it's pretty amazing. I know that to put this together. We look forward to it, folks. Again, Garry, tell them where it's going to be, when it's going to start again.
It's going to be called The Legends of the Outdoors TV, and it's going to be on the Pursuit Channel, and it'll be starting on January. I don't have the air times as of yet.
No,
but I know there'll be good air times, so we're looking forward to it. And here in the near future, Larry, I'd like for you to get us back on. I've got another announcement that I need to make.
Okay.
All right.
Man, you're a man of announcements.
Yeah.
That's what I can tell you.
We always look forward to talking to you, Gary.
Yeah, I'm going to.
You might want to make sure that Miss Miriam is up on Saturday morning and listening to this one, okay?
Oh, I may have to do that. And I still got that picture of you with the crappie with Miriam, too. So I think you were a lot younger, this picture I've got of you. It's in my Garry Mason folder. So
I'm always younger than the original.
That's it. Hey, appreciate it, Abby Jo. Thank you, Garry. Great Saturday morning, and we'll talk. And I'll definitely now you got me worried here. All right, we'll talk to you, buddy. Okay, y'all have a great one. God bless y'all all. Okay? All right.
All right, y'all. Bye-bye.
All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry. We'll be right back.